42%. Moody pulls it back and hits a three. He's got 6 turnovers tonight. Moody saved the day. He's shaking his head.
Unlike NBA stars who race to acquire supercars and villas, Moses Moody chose to build his empire with a luxurious coffee shop in the heart of Little Rock. While his peers were being celebrated since 8th grade, Moses Moody quietly hunched over, practicing his shots under the dim yellow light, the only light still on in his poor neighborhood. No fame, no expectations, just nights of cold sweat soaking into his worn-out sneakers. And today, that once overlooked kid has transformed Moe's Brew into a new symbol of success. With a vaulted glass ceiling, Italian leather furniture, and imported marble floors, where every espresso tells a story of going against the grain. What turned Moses Moody from an invisible child into an irreplaceable asset for the Golden State Warriors? And how, amidst the ultra-glamorous world of the NBA, did he take a completely different path to assert his dominance? Chapter 1. Impoverished Childhood in Little Rock. Moses Josiah Moody was born on May 31, 2002, in Little Rock, Arkansas, USA. He is the son of Kareem and Rona Moody, who dedicated their lives to raising their children in a challenging environment. The Moody family wasn't wealthy. They lived simply in a working-class neighborhood in Little Rock, where basketball wasn't just a game, but also a hope for children to find a way out of poverty. Moses has an older brother, Miles Moody, and it was the impromptu basketball games between the two brothers in their backyard where his love for the orange ball began. From a young age, Moses Moody was different. He wasn't a loud or attention-grabbing kid on the court. He was quiet, persistent, practicing his shots alone under the dim streetlights while his peers had gone home. No private coach, no high-end training facilities, just the perseverance his parents had instilled in him from the very beginning. Moses attended Parkview Arts and Science Magnet High School, a public school in Little Rock. Here he began to show his potential, but he wasn't yet a prominent name. Later, Moses transferred to North Little Rock High School, where he truly blossomed. Under the colors of North Little Rock, Moses Moody led the team to the Arkansas State Championship, starting to attract attention in high school basketball circles. Nevertheless, Moses knew that to truly go far, he needed more than local titles. A major turning point came. Moses received an invitation to join Montverde Academy in Florida, one of the most prestigious high school basketball programs in the United States, which had produced NBA stars like Ben Simmons and Cade Cunningham. Moving to Montverde wasn't easy. Moses left his family, friends, and familiar basketball courts in Arkansas to face the fiercest competition at the high school level. At Montverde, talent was a given, but resilience was what helped him stand firm. And Moses did just that. Under the Montverde banner, Moses Moody developed comprehensively, becoming a crucial piece in their undefeated team that year. His growth at Montverde opened the door for Moses to return to his home state, playing for the University of Arkansas. In his single season at Arkansas, Moses averaged 16.8 points and 5.8 rebounds per game, was named SEC Freshman of the Year, and made the first-team All-SEC. With these impressive achievements, Moses Moody decided to leave Arkansas after his freshman year to embark on a new journey, entering the 2021 NBA Draft. From a quiet boy under the dim lights of Little Rock, Moses was ready to face the biggest stage in the world. Chapter 2. Career. From the 14th pick to a Warriors warrior. July 29, 2021, at the Barclays Center, Brooklyn. Moses Moody, the young man born in Little Rock, walked onto the NBA draft stage in a simple, dark suit, not as flashy as many others. But his eyes shone brightly, not because of the moment being televised, but because a long journey had finally reached a new threshold. The Golden State Warriors called Moses' name with the 14th pick in the first round. A legendary team, a dynasty with Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, now officially welcoming a new factor. Moody wasn't a heavily hyped rookie, but the Warriors saw something different in him: resilience, intelligence, and a proactive attitude, qualities hard to find in a 19-year-old. Entering his rookie season in 2021 to 2022, Moses Moody joined the Warriors roster as a reserve player, diligently learning from the top stars. He wasn't given many opportunities immediately, but step by step, game by game, Moody left his mark with his discipline and reliable defense. On March 7, 2022, Moses had his breakout game of the season, scoring 30 points against the Denver Nuggets, causing the experts to look at this quiet rookie in a new light. Not long after, he and the Warriors reached the pinnacle, winning the 2022 NBA championship after defeating the Boston Celtics 4-2 in the finals. In his rookie season, Moses Moody already had an NBA championship ring, something many great players wait their entire careers for. The following season, 2022 to 2023, wasn't any easier. Moody continued to fight for his place in the Warriors' highly competitive roster. There were times he was sent down to play in the G League for the Santa Cruz Warriors, just to continue honing his skills. No complaints, no demands. Moses just quietly worked as patiently as he used to practice shooting under the dim yellow streetlights in Little Rock. The 2023 to 2024 season saw a clearer shift. Moses was trusted more in a rotation player role. He improved his three-point shooting, reaching over 40%, and showed his stability every time he was called upon in crucial minutes. By the 2024 to 2025 season, Moses Moody officially signed a contract extension with the Golden State Warriors, 3 years, worth $39 million. Not a market-shattering contract, but enough to affirm the Warriors believe he is part of their long-term future. When Klay Thompson left, a void was created, and Moses Moody, the boy who was once overlooked on the small basketball courts of Arkansas, is now expected to become a key link, the one to carry the next generation of the Warriors. As of April 2025, Moses is averaging 9.8 points, 2.6 rebounds, and 1.3 assists per game, with a three-point shooting percentage of 44.4%, one of the highest on the team. More important than the numbers, Moses Moody has proven quiet perseverance, if persistent enough, can resonate as loudly as the most thunderous applause. Chapter 3. Assets. A coffee shop instead of supercars and mansions. At the age of 22, while many NBA stars of his generation are vying to show off the latest Lamborghinis and multi-million-dollar villas on the Miami beachfront or in the heart of Los Angeles, Moses Moody chose a different path, quieter, more enduring, but no less sharp and distinct. Immediately after winning the championship with the Golden State Warriors in 2022, a moment when many young people would easily be swept up in fleeting glory. Moses Moody didn't chase after superficial possessions. Instead, he quietly invested in his first asset in the Bay Area, a modern villa nestled in the Oakland Hills, offering panoramic views of the San Francisco Bay on vibrant golden afternoons. The house isn't ostentatious. It's an open space with a minimalist design featuring honey-toned natural wood floors and large glass windows that flood the interior with light. A private gym designed to his exact training specifications serves as a silent daily reminder that the journey doesn't end with one championship ring. Moses once shared, "It's not just a place to live, it's where I nurture my next dreams." Even Moses Moody's taste in cars reflects his personality, practical, refined, and self-aware. His white Tesla Model X, the first car he bought with his rookie salary from the Warriors, is more than just a means of transportation. It symbolizes his love for technology, his belief in a sustainable future, and a quiet pride in his own efforts. By 2024, after signing his $39 million contract extension, Moses treated himself to another gift, a Mercedes-Benz GLE AMG, luxurious, powerful, but not flashy, much like how he navigates the bright lights and temptations of the NBA world. But among all the things Moses Moody owns, the asset he's most proud of isn't something that can be measured in money or external perception. In 2024, Moses invested in opening Mo's Brew, a high-end coffee shop located right in Little Rock, not far from the working-class neighborhood where he grew up. Mo's Brew is unlike any other coffee shop in the city, a soaring vaulted glass ceiling that seems to embrace the sky, soft, cool Italian leather furniture under warm yellow lighting, and pristine white marble floors imported from Italy. Stepping inside, you don't just enter a space filled with the rich aroma of espresso, but also the childhood dream of a boy who once thought he would never escape that poor street corner. For Moses Moody, Mo's Brew isn't simply a business venture. It's a statement, an affirmation that he can redefine the place that once turned its back on him, not with resentment, but with success, gratitude, and pride. Moody didn't just want to leave and forget the past. He wanted to return and transform that past into a symbol of resurgence, of the aspiration to rise above. While many of his peers are busy chasing noisy, extravagant experiences, million-dollar parties, trips to Ibiza, endless collections of watches and supercars, Moses Moody chooses a different path, investing in depth. He's not loud on social media, doesn't flaunt expensive vacations, and doesn't appear at celebrity-filled parties. Instead, he puts his money into what's sustainable: real estate, small businesses, and a stable, self-sufficient lifestyle, a rare approach in the increasingly dazzling yet treacherous world of the NBA. For Moses Moody, true wealth isn't what others can see or admire. True wealth is when you can build a life on your own terms without needing anyone's validation or making a fuss. Chapter 4. Marriage. Unshowy love in a noisy world. While the majority of young NBA players are seen with high-profile relationships, their love lives splashed across social media, Moses Moody has chosen to go against the grain. As of 2025, Moses Moody is not yet married. He is in a serious relationship, but details about his girlfriend are almost non-existent in the press or on social media platforms. Some insider sources suggest that Moses has been with his girlfriend since his college days at Arkansas, before he officially stepped into the world of professional basketball. Despite having a personal Instagram account, Moses rarely posts personal photos. No couple pictures, no public declarations of affection, no cryptic status updates like many of his colleagues. He focuses on posts about basketball, family, and some small-scale community activities. In a brief interview with The Undefeated in 2023, when asked about love and marriage, Moses simply smiled and replied, "I think there are some things in life that should be kept private." That perspective also reflects Moses Moody's life philosophy. To achieve lasting success, you need to know how to protect what matters most. Not only is he private about his love life, but Moses is also very cautious in building his personal image. He doesn't attend major entertainment events and doesn't associate his name with fleeting romances or off-court scandals. On a few rare occasions, fans have spotted Moses traveling in Europe or the Caribbean through cryptic photos on his Instagram story. But there has never been a public photo of him and his girlfriend together. Moses' teammates in internal interviews often describe him with simple words: quiet, mature, and reliable. As of now, Moses Moody does not have children. His private life, despite being under the NBA spotlight, remains firmly within the safe zone he carefully built from his earliest days in the league. While others use love as a tool for display, Moses Moody views it as something to be cherished, quietly, enduringly, and reserved only for those who truly stay by his side. Chapter 5. Scandal: Surviving the NBA's Pitfalls. Amidst an NBA world rife with off-court noise, Moses Moody stands out as a rare exception. As of 2025, he has yet to be involved in any scandals, whether on the court, in the locker room, or in his personal life. From his rookie year, Moses cultivated the image of a disciplined, hard-working player who steers clear of unnecessary controversy. He doesn't post attention-grabbing statements on social media, doesn't make shocking remarks in interviews, and doesn't engage in loud confrontations with teammates or coaches. There was one rare instance during the 2022 to 2023 season when Moses became the center of online debate. Warriors fans were frustrated that Coach Steve Kerr wasn't giving him as many playing minutes as they expected. On Twitter, the hashtag #FreeMoody even gained significant traction. But Moses was different. He didn't take to social media to complain or express dissatisfaction. Instead, he continued to practice and make the most of every small opportunity he received. Another minor event occurred during the 2024 season. Television cameras caught a moment where Moses shook his head after being subbed out of a game. Social media immediately blew it up into speculation about internal discontent. But in the post-game press conference, Moses clearly explained, "I shook my head because I was blaming myself for not playing well enough, not because of the coach's decision." Moses' calm and transparent handling of the situation caused the matter to quickly subside without leaving any blemish on his career record. At 22 years old, Moses Moody hasn't just kept his personal record clean. He's also upheld his principles: work hard, be silent when necessary, and speak up at the right time. In a league where attention is easily drawn to off-court drama, Moody chooses to let his talent and attitude be his sole means of expression. No scandals, no drama. Just basketball, perseverance, and a journey being built with the sturdiest of bricks. Chapter 6. Achievements: From underdog, pick, to NBA champion. At 22 years old, Moses Moody isn't a breakout NBA star gracing magazine covers, but every step he takes is marked by rare perseverance. In his rookie season of 2021 to 2022, Moses achieved something many players never reach in their entire careers: winning the NBA championship with the Golden State Warriors after a 4-2 victory over the Boston Celtics. That first championship ring wasn't just a reward for talent, but also for years of quiet, unseen effort. Moses Moody has also had his individual breakout moments. On March 7, 2022, in a game against the Denver Nuggets, he scored 30 points, a career high at that point. It wasn't just a standout game, but also a quiet affirmation that Moses, when trusted, could make a difference on the court. The following season, 2022 to 2023, wasn't all smooth sailing. Moses had to compete fiercely to maintain his place on an experienced Warriors roster. There were times he was assigned to the G League to play for the Santa Cruz Warriors to gain more experience. But Moody didn't complain. He returned stronger each time, improving his three-point shooting and raising his accuracy to over 40% in the 2023 to 2024 season. In the most intense games, Coach Steve Kerr gradually trusted him to come off the bench in crucial minutes as a reliable defender and a steady long-range shooter. In the summer of 2024, Moses Moody signed a 3-year contract extension with the Golden State Warriors worth $39 million. While not the most lucrative contract in the league, it was a testament to recognition. The Warriors chose to keep Moses as part of their future plans, even as the team transitioned to a new generation after the golden era of Curry, Thompson, and Green. As of April 2025, Moses Moody is averaging 9.8 points, 2.6 rebounds, and 1.3 assists per game, with a three-point shooting percentage of 44.4%, one of the most impressive figures on the Warriors roster. But for Moses, numbers have never been the only measure. More importantly, he has established himself in one of the most competitive environments by doing the smallest things with the greatest care. Amidst an NBA full of rapid rises and falls, where names emerge and fade after just one season, Moses Moody is quietly building a sustainable career step by step. No need for noise, no need for a glamorous stage, just every time he steps onto the court, every shot, every defensive play etching another line into his own journey.
Chapter 7. Future. Will the Warriors' future call Moses Moody's name? As the Golden State Warriors enter a generational transition, after the golden era of Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, Moses Moody emerges as one of their brightest hopes. Not because he possesses dazzling highlights or massive promotional campaigns, but because his steady and persistent growth has become his distinct hallmark. The Warriors' decision to extend Moses' contract for 3 years at $39 million in 2024 wasn't just a reward for his quiet contributions, but also an affirmation of their belief that he will play a core role in the team's future. In the new system, Moses is expected to become a standard 3-and-D player, a reliable three-point shooter, and an agile perimeter defender, capable of guarding opposing stars. The first signs that Moses is ready to shoulder greater responsibility have already appeared. When the Warriors were missing key players in several crucial games during the 2024 to 2025 season, Moody was entrusted with more starting opportunities, tasked with defending the opponent's top scorers. And he didn't disappoint the team. His near 45% three-point shooting accuracy, calm demeanor on the court, and clear progress in creating his own scoring opportunities are gradually transforming Moses from a good rotation player into a game-changing factor. If he continues to develop in the right direction, Moses Moody could realistically aim to join the NBA's all-defensive team in the next few years, while also raising his scoring average to the 13 to 15 points per game range, a solid benchmark for a modern shooting guard. Looking further ahead, with the constant player movement in the NBA, Moses could become a sought-after player on the free agent market, a crucial piece that any team would want to build a winning foundation around. But for Moses, the offers aren't the most important thing. What he's been pursuing since those early days practicing shots under the dim lights of Little Rock is still a journey of persistent growth, slow but steady. No need to break boundaries overnight, no need for media campaigns to be celebrated. Moses Moody is building his career his own way, one shot, one defensive play, one season at a time. And if he continues on this path, the day Moses becomes a true cornerstone, a quiet but indispensable star in the NBA, won't be far off. Not all NBA stars begin with fanfare. Some journeys start on small, overlooked courts, from quiet practice sessions under dim yellow streetlights, and from dreams just big enough to keep someone standing firm against adversity. Moses Moody is part of that generation, from Little Rock to the NBA stage, from a quiet boy no one noticed to the young man the Warriors placed their trust in, from worn-out sneakers to a hillside villa and a luxurious coffee shop marking his return home. Moses' journey hasn't been explosive or loud, but step by step, every footprint has been sure and deliberate. He doesn't chase the spotlight, he creates his own light. In an era where success is often defined by ostentation, Moses Moody chooses to build his career on true value. His persistent silence will sooner or later resonate in a way the entire NBA cannot ignore. And the most beautiful thing about Moses Moody isn't just what he has achieved, but what he persistently pursues. A journey where the destination isn't applause, but self-improvement. We are not responsible if you misunderstand or misapply this content. Please consider, verify, and selectively absorb the information. Enjoyed it? Give it a like, comment, share, or subscribe to the channel. That's the fuel to help us tell more top-tier stories about other NBA superstars.